Hello friends. First of all, let me apologise about the shadow. This is a very poorly lit room and I'm hoping that I'm in camera properly. I started this last year. Last year was the centenary of women's suffrage. So this is the diary of a suffragette. With no more ado, I'll open up on that. A little ribbon tie there. So this is the fictional diary of Constance Mabel Garrett. She lived in Hounslow with her husband, who was a postmaster, and he was very proud of his wife being a suffragette and supporting the movement. So this is her family. A little tag in there, just a blank tag. So this is the women's suffrage movement, and there's some dictionary definitions there on a little tag with some lace and some purple sari silk. Suffrage Sunday, June the 21st, Hyde Park, which was a big event. There's lots of women there with their placards and even a little girl and some little boys handing out leaflets. There's a Grocer's Ready Reckoner page with discounts and if you wanted to give discount. There's a little tag here, a little made of music. Open it up, there's a little journaling space in there for your secret thoughts if you have any. All the dangles in here are done in the suffragette colours of purple and green and clear. So there's a little pocket there. Lots of copy stained paper, as I say, Sylvia Pankhurst there, and lots of journaling space on these journaling tags. Women demand the vote this session. Tickets, little tuck spot there. More dangles to clip your, I don't know, newspaper cuttings or recipes or whatever you journal. I like a lot of space to journal because I fill it up. So this is how I do my journals because I think people like to write in them. So that's what this is all about. Lots of newspaper cuttings and little tuck spots. More space to tuck things away. This is a lovely book. It's got some lovely watercolours on and some beautiful poetry. I think it's called The Language of Flowers, but I'm not sure about that. This is the Men's League for Women's Suffrage, and not a lot of people know about that. It's represented by a pansy, and the Men's League have their own support for the women's suffrage. Old sheet music there. There's a little vellum pocket here with the newspaper cutting of the Hyde Park March. The Hyde Park March, all the women were asked to wear white, and they were to march no more than 5 abreast. And there was a huge turnout. It was very, very well supported and very well advertised. Little pocket there, pop that back in there, clip it. Women's Suffrage Sunday, excursion to London on June the 21st, votes for women demonstration in Hyde Park. Fare, 9 shillings return. Little tag there. A lot of the women in the suffrage movement were well-to-do, but there were an awful lot of women who were just normal working class women who supported them, as well as the wealthy women of the day. This is all done in the colours. Deputation to the King by Mrs. Pankhurst, Thursday afternoon, May the 21st at 4 p.m. Of lined paper, a copy of the Suffragette magazine in the little vellum pocket, lots of newspaper cuttings and pictures of the Pankhursts. I think Annie, Christabel and Sylvia, I'm not sure. Here's a photograph of Mabel Amongst the Violets. And the other page of this Language of Flowers book. As I say, lots of blank space because you can add your own. Now, Derry and Tom's made hats especially for the June the 7th demonstration. So there are lots of adverts for the clothing that they would wear on that demonstration. There's a map of the route. March 5 abreast. Pall Mall, Piccadilly, Knightsbridge, down to the Royal Albert Hall. So it was a very well attended. There's Annie and Christabel with one of their placards. And here's the Wet Your Weapon, the white dresses, and where to get the clothes, where to get these white dresses. There were lots of shops in London that were doing white attire just for the occasion. There's a long tag there. And lots of adverts for white clothing. This is a newspaper cutting of Emily Dickinson, the suffragette who ran in front of the King's horse at the Derby and was killed outright. The King asked after the jockey and the horse, but he didn't ask how the suffragette was, which was thought to be a very unkind thing of the King. There's a flip page there to hold your papers. This is a copy of a photograph of a fancy dress parade to raise funds for the women's movement. They're all looking very grand there in their various fancy dress. Some little tokens there and a little tuck spot. And this is the medal that was given for valour for the hunger strike. A lot of the women were very badly treated in Holloway prison. Wear the colour of suffrage with pride and support of our sisters in prison. So the suffragettes were asked to wear these colours to give their support. This is an original piece of the suffragettes ribbon, medal ribbon, but sadly I don't have a medal to go with it. There we are. Another tuck spot. She's got a little lace on her hat. The copy of the Suffragette magazine. Lots of space. Votes for women. We are not here to be lawbreakers, but to become lawmakers. Votes for women. And some more newspaper cuttings. And finally, 1918, women get the vote, and a picture of the Houses of Parliament there. So that, my friends, is her diary. Hope you've enjoyed the flip through. Sorry about the lighting and my stuttering on and on and on. I'm not good at this and I don't pretend to be, but thank you for watching. Bye bye.